All right, here we are again, New Life Church, and all around me here, as you can see, is this is a tea plantation, and the entire area of Valparaiso is basically covered with tea trees, or bushes is what I'd call them. And the company that actually owns the plantation, you would recognize them from the tea you drink. You may not know the company's name, but they are the ones that supply the tea for Lipton. So every time you drink some nice Lipton sweet tea, you can remember the mountains of Valparaiso in India and the people who actually hand pick all of these tea leaves. And so as you can see around, it's just absolutely covered, and there are just thousands and thousands of acres. I think James said somewhere around 20,000 acres of these tea plantations that all had to be picked by hand. When the leaves turn a real bright green, that means they're ready to be picked. And so could you just imagine going and hand picking all of these tea leaves? Right here in front of me, we're walking down a little stone path, is actually a house that's provided by the tea company. So they hire the people, and part of their income is shelter, housing. And so we're just going to walk down here and visit some of these people. These are actually, some of them are believers, and the church that I was showing in the video earlier would be providing these people with a place to worship. Here's one of the believers that I met just a little bit ago. A very sweet lady. But up here, no running water, very limited access to electricity and just the basic necessities that we take for granted every single day. So I'm just going to walk you down through here and sort of show you one of their homes. This is it. I don't know how well you can see. I'm not going to walk in because I don't know whose house this is, but this would be where they do all of their cooking. They would clean their clothes and everything out here. It would take, I think James said, $10,000 to supply this little community with a church. They actually had a church. He was telling me just a few minutes ago. But sometime a while ago, elephant actually came in and did a lot of damage to the church. And the building they were using was actually owned by a Hindu family. So the Hindus actually, I guess you could say, evicted them because they believe in the elephant god, and felt like because James and his people had brought the gospel of Jesus and were teaching and preaching in the name of Jesus, that it had angered the elephant god, and so the elephant come and destroyed their meeting place. And so out of trying to appease the elephant god, the Hindu owner evicted the church. And so it'd take about $10,000 to build them a church, and I believe New Life can do it if we all give, if we all set our minds to doing a great work here in India. Hey New Life, good morning here in India. We're in the mountains of Valparaiso, and here at a little mountain village just outside of the city. What I mean by a city is sort of a small town. They call it a village, but here in just the outsides of the village or the city is a small literal village, like you would probably think of as being in Africa or some remote area. Extremely poor conditions. As you can see behind me here, this little shack, I guess is the best word for it, is one of the village homes. What I'm going to do is just turn the camera around, and I'm going to walk you down through a little trail where their hopes is to build a church for this village. There are quite a few believers that live here in this village, and so they hope with the help of churches like New Life we can actually begin to build them a church and give them a place of worship. They have a trench or a foundation already dug. The stones are here, and they're just waiting for more resources to be able to complete the work. So I'm going to turn this around now and give you a walk down through the church. Right here behind me, I don't know if you could see it just a minute ago, but this pile of rocks is what they hope to use to actually build the church. And there's that village home that I was speaking of just a second ago. And so there are little homes and shacks like that all around this little area here. As you can see up here on the hill, there are several of them as a little community. So just walk with me, and we're going to take you to the foundations of the church. Hopefully I won't break my neck, and I am wearing flip-flops. Just down the hill. And here we go, coming through. Here's the foundation of the church. You can hear James over there, blah, 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 blah. Just to give you an indication of how large this is, or actually how small this is, we're looking at an area that is square, probably about half the size of the foyer in New Life. And so what they would hope to do is be able to construct this church, and then they would probably pack at least 100 people into a little small area like this. So to say the least, we are extremely blessed, and so I hope that you'll take the time today just to thank God for everything that He's provided for you, that He's provided for New Life, and use those blessings. Use what God has given us to bless the people here in Valparaiso, India. Thanks, New Life. Hope you have a great day.